Hello. Now, you might have seen over the last few weeks some road test reviews that I've done on the KTM 1390 Super Duke RR and the Aprilia Tuono 1100 V4 factory. And this is the end of the shoot for that bike. And I arrived on this bike. And I thought, well, it would be remiss of me not to talk about how these two bikes compare, because these are probably two of the best super nakeds money can buy. So the KTM belongs to Richard Doyle.
Hello.
Thank you very much for letting me ride it
no
today.
No problem.
And you've had loads of bikes, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But you've also had a Tuono.
I've had a few of those.
Had a few Tuonos. So I'd be quite interested to hear about what both are like to live with. But before we kind of crack on, how many bikes have you had?
This will be 147.
147
in
motorbikes.
30 years.
In how many years?
30. So
and how many have you had this year? So it's
14.
14, and we're just towards the end of July. You've had 14 already.
Yes.
So what's in your stable right now?
So we got this 1390. We have the Ducati Hypermotard.
Yeah.
We have the R9.
Yeah.
Have a Moto Guzzi S300.
Right.
R and a GS 1300.
Wow. And none of them are show ponies, are they? You do big miles on the
No,
bike.
I use all my bikes. I've been criticised for buying limited bikes and using them.
Yeah.
So
what do you do, about 50,000 miles a year, you were saying?
I do between 40 and 50,000 miles a year.
Okay.
So.
And then, so talk to me about the KTM. So how long have you had this?
This is now 2.5 months old.
Right.
I've had this. Picked it up, ran it in within a day, took it back, they serviced it.
In a day?
Took it on track.
So how many miles have you done on this?
2,246, I've just checked.
And you were saying you've done Snetterton, Donington.
And Bedford.
And Bedford already.
Yeah.
And you got an Asbo along the way as well.
I got an Asbo one night after the one at Bedford, yes.
Not that they
which I will be fighting.
Exactly. Yeah, you explained to me earlier, it was, yeah, you're going to be fighting that.
Yes.
So that's fair enough. And then the Tuono, which you've had in the past. How many Tuonos have you had?
I've had 3 of those.
3 of these?
Yeah.
All V4 1100 factories?
All 3 for yeah.
Right.
And the last one was this time last year.
Right. And done a load of miles and track days.
Did 12,000 miles on that. I only did 2 track days on that.
Right.
If I'm honest, it scared the hell out of me.
Okay.
On track. I'm not sure why.
Right.
I don't think I gelled with it as much on track as I have with some other ones.
Yeah, yeah.
But on the road, it was magnificent.
Yeah. So why did you get rid of the Tuono in the first place?
Well, back then, I lived in the town centre.
Mm-hmm.
So coming out of town, I just found it a little bit too snappy.
Right.
Slow speed, really. It wasn't.
And a lot of people are put off Aprilias because sometimes you get the odd Friday afternoon bike, but yours have been pretty reliable, haven't they?
I've had no issues with any of mine at all.
Yeah, that's good.
Not
and that
one.
is generally the case, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the scare stories you see online get blown out of all proportion, and then some, don't they?
They do. I mean, I think every new bike has a issue at some point.
Yeah.
You know, and with the Aprilias, I've had 660s as well, and not had any problems with any of them.
Yeah.
And the last one I did 12,000 miles on that in 3 months.
12,000 miles in 3 months.
And it didn't have one issue.
And what was it like to live with in general, apart from being a bit snatchy around town?
I loved it. It was really nice. The only thing, it encourages you to go fast.
Yeah.
And the faster you go, the better it is.
Yeah. Because it's a super bike, really.
It is, yeah.
And that's what super bikes are all about, aren't they? The faster you go, the better they work.
It just handled better on the road.
Yeah.
The faster you go.
Perhaps not the best kind of around town bikes for that reason.
No. It feels a little bit lumpy around town.
Yeah.
But then so do most big bikes, you know, any twin or 3/4.
So what made you get this then?
This is I fell in love with KTM after they had their issues.
Yeah.
And I've had 6 KTMs so far this year.
This year?
This year. Since Christmas Eve.
Since Christmas Eve?
Since Christmas
wow.
Eve.
What are they? This?
So this, the 1390 Super Adventure.
Yeah.
The MT one.
Which you've done loads of miles on that, haven't you?
36,000 miles on that. I do use that one for work though.
But again, no problems.
Not one issue at all.
Yeah.
So that, the RCR,
yeah.
the RCR track bike, the 790 Adventure,
yeah.
The 990 Super Duke car, which you reviewed a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I had a normal 990 Super Duke.
Flipping heck.
So I fell in love with it. I don't know why. They just...
Yeah.
You can ride them slow, you can ride them fast.
Well, yeah, that's the thing we've discovered after testing your bike today, is how friendly it actually is.
It's very supple, I think. You can go around a bumpy road and it's not throwing you everywhere. It just seems to soak it up.
Yeah.
And
why the RR?
I get on very well with my local KTM dealer.
Yeah.
He said, do I want one? I said yes. Didn't think I was going to get one, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then he rang me up and just said, it's here. So
wow.
It was, yeah.
Rest is history.
Yes.
For me, they're both at the pinnacle of kind of super naked breed. I think this is probably a better track bike in terms of absolute full-on speed, but then that's more fun, but still hugely capable. This is probably a better road bike, more comfortable, do more on it. It's softer, it's more supple, more comfortable.
I found, if I had to pick one,
yeah,
right now,
you've got to salvage one from your garage fire.
It'd probably be the KTM for me.
Yeah.
But that might be a bit biased.
Yeah.
Because after riding that, following you,
yeah,
I want to go and buy one of those now.
Yeah.
So I might have to pop the wheels and buy one this afternoon.
This afternoon.
It's a phenomenal bike. They both are, but they're different in different ways.
Yeah.
That turns faster, just going into the corner.
Yeah.
But I feel safer on this coming out of a corner.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I just seem to know.
It's got a lot of mechanical grip, that, especially being a V-twin as well. Grip. It just digs in.
It finds grip more than that does.
Yeah.
What I think anyway.
Because the engine just wants to spin up on this.
Yeah, that. Yeah. I think that would out accelerate this. Yeah. Just about.
If you could keep the front wheels down.
Yeah, that's the problem. You accelerate on either one of them, and the front wheel does lift.
That's right. Yeah.
Which is part of the fun as well, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think I would struggle to actually pick which one I'd actually keep, though.
Right.
The RR is better than the. I've had two 1390. I had the Evo. I had two Evos. But for some reason, this feels more settled.
Yeah.
You can ride it slow.
Yeah.
And it's saying, "I'll look after you," and then you go around the corner and go, "Is that all you've got?"
Yeah.
That's
right. Not many bikes do all of that. Some make you feel inadequate because they're so good.
Yes.
Normally red bikes.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, is that all you got?
Yeah.
And some are warm and cuddly, and yeah, this does both.
There's a one road coming out of Woburn into Milton Keynes, and if you come around the left hand corner, it's like on a crest. Now you can go over there, and anyone can put a wheelie down that crest. It this thing just laps it up.
Yeah, I bet it does.
It's just, you can't.
I don't know which I would choose to. If I had to do a long journey, I'd definitely do that.
It would be this one.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, this
KTM.
is comfortable. These have always been comfortable. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They're just a little
really
bit more
nice
comfortable.
riding position. Yeah. If I just wanted to go fast for a couple of hours on a Sunday morning, I'd probably go for this.
Yeah.
But it's much more serious. That's more playful and it's friendlier. So it's a real difficult one, isn't it? But
I find having had both on track, I find this better on track for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's roomy, it's spacious. Yeah.
It fits my thing. And what's quite handy with these as well is you can move your bars back and forward at the bottom here.
Yeah.
So if you want a wheeling machine, you just move that back because it just lifts up. But then I've had it on the front one on track. It just feels a little bit more comfortable. You're bent over a little bit more.
It's got a bit more weight over the front.
Yes.
So what's next then? So what's the next 6 months hold for you?
Well, I've got the Norton coming.
Yeah.
The Manx. I've got the GSXR 1000 coming.
Yeah.
That should be here in the next few weeks. Apart from that, I don't know. And the BMW S1000RR in black with the M colours.
In black,
which
nice.
started doing, I believe, this September.
Yeah.
In that colour. It all depends what else comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
I look forward to you doing all the launches so I can see what's coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, launch season will start in sort of September, October, and hopefully they invite me along now. I haven't got my MCN hat on anymore, but we'll see. But yeah, but brilliant. Well, thanks very much for letting us play on your bike.
No,
really appreciate it.
amazing.
I've always wanted to ride one of those. And, yeah.
I think you should take this on track.
Yeah, well, that's an expensive hole in the
Yeah, it could
Armco
be.
if it all goes wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cheers,
It'd
mate.
be fun though. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Oh.